What is going on, everybody? Pete Simonetti here for the one, the only NyynewsTV. And if I haven't said it to you before, I think after today it's too late. You can't say it no more. Happy New Year to everybody out there. I know 2023 is going to give us an unbelievable year for NYY News TV and for any dream and goal you have personally set your mind to today. With today's video, we are going to discuss a move the Yankees made that doesn't necessarily impact the offense, the defense, the pitching. We know all that. But the Yankees have made a move that I think every baseball person has to be excited about. The New York Yankees have hired three-time World Series champion executive Brian Sabean. Now, if you ever heard me talk with Kevin Kernan in these interviews, he's a guy that Kevin mentioned that the Yankees definitely should go out there and bring back in the fold. Sabean started with the New York Yankees, of course, under George Steinbrenner. I'm going to get some quotes of how highly he thinks of George Steinbrenner. But folks, it's funny because I don't know if this has anything to do maybe to light a fire under Brian Cashman or just simply to bring in a really friggin' good baseball guy, which Brian Sabean is, one of the best out there. And maybe it is, maybe either way, even if it's not done for that, it's a good idea to have a guy like Brian Sabean in your ear or to bounce questions off of. And the Yankees are really compiling a Jim Hendry's there, who everybody knows has done a very good job as a baseball executive for years. He's also an amazing storyteller. Then you bring in Brian Sabean now. Brian Cashman, of course, as much as we like to knock him and get upset about it, Brian Cashman obviously has his good traits too. Yeah, he has his poor traits. He's really banking on this crop to be amazing to bring him a World Series, unless the end of his career isn't going to be as cute as the beginning of it. People give Bob Watson, Gene Michael a lot of that credit for the early years. Brian Sabean is another guy that was with the Yankees when they developed the core of the dynasty, of course. So I want to get into that a little bit because it did take a little bit of time for Brian Cashman to be signed. We know Steinbrenner basically said, I want him back. Cash basically came out and said, I'm coming back. The deal took a little while. Whatever reason it was, who the hell knows? I mean, if Brian Sabean was a guy they wanted there just in case, I don't know, but this signing comes a lot after, so I do believe there's been dialogue, and look, he's a family friend. Brian Sabean is a family friend to the Steinbrenners, and we're going to go into even more detail on that here, so let's go ahead and get our other screen pulled up, and let's discuss that right this instant, shall we? This is Brian Sabean discussing George Steinbrenner. He was revolutionary. He did so many things. He actually was one of the first to come up with a computerized system, not only for advanced scouting, but for the eye in the sky, somebody to chart tendencies from the press box and move players on the field defensively. Interesting, George. Okay, we see you, George. He was the first, as far as I know, to add coaches in the minor leagues. Usually most organizations had a manager and a pitching coach. He added the hitting coach. He added rovers. We had one of the largest scouting staffs, whether it was Major League Scouts or amateur scouting or even in Latin America. He really wanted baseball to be more regimented, much like football. He was one of the first to actually introduce year-round conditioning. While there was a lot of rancor at times in the commissioner's office and with a lot of owners, we all know his impact with the Yankees, his will to win, and wherewithal, excuse me, I was choking here, he gave you to do that. Like any former Steinbrenner assistant, Sabean won't experience anything comparable in New York, where he always felt the wrath of George. We all did, Sabean said. You are subject to it individually and collectively on any given day. He prided himself on knowing a little bit about everything on a daily basis in every department. That's a hell of a leader. He had a pulse on anything going on. He was an incredible guy, a workaholic. He took no vacation. His passion was the Yankees, and his winning attitude was legendary. And guys, I want to bring this up because you have a lot of people out there who still try to give George a bad name And, oh, well, he wasn't all this. And nobody is. Guys, I inspire my life to be somebody that when I'm gone, people go, you could always have counted on Pete to have done this. Or Pete would have done it this way. You know, I hope that any of us, I think, should hope that we leave a legacy enough that anybody that comes after us, people go, you know, your dad would have done it. You know, I think that's an amazing thing, but to bring in a mind like Sabean, who knows what it took, and then went on, even though it took a little bit of time, to put together his own little quote-unquote dynasty of a club in the San Francisco Giants and build that team up and to have the hunger to win and the drive to want to do it and have that instilled in you of the workaholic attitude that we are here to win. We can take over a terrible team. If we lose with that terrible team, we're not happy. We expect to win. It's like what Derek Jeter said when he took over the Marlins. We made the postseason, but we didn't win. It wasn't good enough. Some people didn't expect us, but we're there. We want to win when you're there. So it sucks. That is the mindset that I am trying myself on, I guess, the media side of things more than anything, to push it back on the Yankees and go, guys, enough. Yeah, baseball's hard. Yes, in reality, you're not going to win every year. We know that. But every year should be like it's your last year. And I hope that Brian Sabean can come in and continue to instill the mindset of George Steinbrenner. Hell, I've given kudos and I've handed the flowers over to Hal Steinbrenner because he was a lot more like his father this offseason. And I know there's people still, it's not enough. But guys, when I tell you this guy stepped up, he stepped up. And that is a good first sign. More of it needs to happen. Yes. Have I made a video talking about Cashman's ego? He got to go out there and get some. Yes, he has to. This offseason is not over yet. But I like the direction you're seeing this front office go. Please, by all means, let fishermen hop in the sea and fish around, okay? Get him away. Let Brian Sabean take that role a little bit. Let him be the right hand to the operation of what the Yankees want to do. Let that process bounce off of this guy. Another baseball mind with the experience of George Steinbrenner. I'm sorry, it means something. It means something. And he's won outside of the Yankees organization. And more recently, too. So, I'm excited about this. Yes, I know it's not the left fielder. You know what I mean? It's not a shortstop. It's not a third baseman. It's not a trade of Hicks and Donaldson. I get that, guys. But maybe, just maybe, the Yankees still do some stuff. I think they will. I can't imagine the Yankees saying enough is enough. We're good right now. That would be such a bad look on Brian Cashman. But, hey, you never know. You guys already know if I get anything, you're going to be the first one to hear. So many great things this year at NyynewsTV. Guys, Game Season Live has a new logo, and it looks so good. Be showing that all very, very soon. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think about Brian Sabean joining the New York Yankees? Do you think it's a good move? Do you think it's overreacting? Who cares? What do you think? Let me know. Adios. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.